From the beginning of the show, we knew that James Doakes didn't like Dexter Morgan. He could almost sense the creepy vibes coming off of Dexter, but it took him a long time to figure out his secret. So how did he go from simply calling Dexter a creep to actively stalking him to prove he was a killer? Today, we'll be looking at how Doakes knew Dexter was a killer. The first thing we need to consider is just how hard it is to manage a full-time job with the Miami Metro Police Department, along with a side job as a serial killer. Dexter Morgan could barely handle it, especially since both jobs intertwined on many occasions. So, of course, he was bound to go missing sometimes in the office. And this didn't go unnoticed by Sergeant Doakes.
I'm watching you, mother.
Dexter was usually careful to do most of his killing at night after work hours to avoid suspicion. His daytime absences were mostly used for surveillance and preparation rather than the actual kills. He would typically use lunch breaks or claim to be running tests or collecting evidence as an excuse to cover these activities. For example, in Season 1, Episode 5, Love American Style, Dexter fixates on a human trafficker named George Castillo. George's MO was to illegally immigrate people from South America, and when their relatives in the US couldn't pay off the fees, he would throw them overboard. He was the worst kind of human being, so thankfully he didn't escape Dexter's notice. On his way to end George's life, Dexter tries to sneak out of the office, but Deb notices and asks him where he's going. He simply replies,
"Crime scene."
Unfortunately, Doakes wasn't paying attention during the scene, and Dexter had his fun dishing out justice that night. But as the ice truck killer's case progressed, Doakes' suspicion of Dexter increased. In Season 1, Episode 12, Born Free, when the ice truck killer kidnaps Deb, Dexter is unreachable, making Doakes and LaGuerta come to his house to tell him about the situation. Doakes eventually follows him to the shipping yard, where we get the iconic
Surprise, mother.
When Doakes asks him what he's doing there, Dexter gives the lamest excuse ever.
I ordered some furniture from Thailand. I was waiting for it to be delivered.
Of course, Doakes doesn't buy his excuse, especially since he found out earlier that Dexter already knew that Deb was in danger beforehand. But absences can be explained, so Dexter might have kept his secret intact if things ended here. However, Doakes found more reasons to suspect Dexter. Aside from his constant disappearances and lame excuses, when Dexter was actually around, he did act strange when handling cases given to him. Here in Season 1, Episode 1, Dexter, we see Doakes approach Dexter as he's spinning playfully in his chair as he's surrounded by several pictures of blood splatter. That in itself is weird, but what he says a few moments later is even worse.
Child's play. Messy work. All that blood on the walls looks like a finger painting.
You give me a fucking creep. You know that, Dexter?
Yeah, I know.